There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106. There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106. There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
All right, bro. We're live.
All right, we are live.
Yo, is this thing on? Chat, yo, can you hear us? What up, everybody on Vim? Shout out to Sound Genie. Sound Dr. Genie was first over on vim.tv/Kenneth Bozak. If you guys ever want to watch the live stream, it's vimm.tv/Kenneth Bozak. Also see everybody like Senor Lupe on Periscope, Investor Milton on YouTube, Crypto Quandary, and all my bros. Thanks for tuning in. I'm with my bro Nathan today from Super World Show, and I mean honestly, I just want to talk about the fucking ginormous mint one of one elephant in the room right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry we're late. I was having headphone issues, and as you can see, no headphones, so my audio is going to be sort of shitty, but I'm going to get close as possible to the mic here, so.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to get that close. The problem is the audio when I talk, your microphone picks it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to decrease my microphone sensitivity so it's not as loud on your end. And your microphone should stop picking it up, and it seems like I fixed it.
Nice. Yeah, you're a technical wizard. You've been doing this forever. You're very experienced. That's one of the reasons we love you so much.
Yeah, I could tech support your shit from my end. What up, Meme Lord NFTs on Vim.tv? Appreciate you tuning in.
Yes.
Identity Block. So first and foremost, shout out to Mike Smart. Shout out to Smart Digital Payments. Just whoa, bro. Like, just much whoa.
Yeah. I can't even describe the feelings that I had last night. You guys were like spamming me kind of back and forth, Nathan, and
yeah,
I got
we didn't know what to say. We were like, do we tell?
I was like, what? I almost felt like I did something wrong. I was like, did I like say something bad, or did I like piss somebody off? Like, what's happening? And I hit you up like, what did I do?
We found one of your old racist tweets from 1995
No.
on MySpace.
No,
Wait,
so
that wasn't
crazy.
a thing. It would be AOL chat rooms.
What about Friendster?
Friendster wasn't a thing I got into, but did you ever fucks with VampireFreaks.com?
No,
Oh,
no, I
you
didn't.
missed out. Dude, that was before MySpace existed, and it was just like MySpace, except it looked more like LiveJournal than a social media platform. But it was
Oh,
like a LiveJournal social media platform for absolute degenerate, weirdo, goth freaks, people with like daddy issues, mommy, those people like who like to wear nail polish and get beat up in middle school just because. Like, I was just like, hey Ken, why you wearing nail polish to school? I thought I'd get my ass kicked today. Sound like fun.
right. I just like black nail polish. I don't know.
Right.
Uh,
So yeah, Vampire Freaks was like the OG, and not too many people I know have ever heard of it. But if you have ever used it, please let me know in the chat below. I think it's still around, or it got shut down just now in 2020. But I heard somebody bought it recently and maybe bringing it back to life. But I digressed, bro. We sold a seven
I
thousand
don't do
dollar
good into that
NFT.
project. Dude, how is that even possible?
I don't. Well,
Didn't
to be honest, it took Mike like 8 hours to buy that much wax, so it wasn't really possible because wax is really hard to buy.
he put in 8 hours so that I won't have to anymore?
Oh shit, that is a good
Yeah.
way, dude. He really did put in a full day's work trying
I
to
know.
buy wax
And
just
then
so
a
he
lot of
could
people
buy
don't
your
even know.
freedom.
Dude, he talked to me for an hour the day before and convinced me, like, essentially I mean, I had already talked to the boss because of the things he said to me, and I was already kind of carving my path.
Yeah.
And mentally and emotionally, after I talked to him, I was like, all right, I'm going to figure out how to do this. I was looking at cashing in all my ETH and just paying up my rent. And he saved me from having to do that. So I really appreciate him because,
Well, that's the thing you have to do. If you're going to like quit your job, you have to have at least 90 days rent paid in advance because like now you have 90 days. If the first 60 don't work out, now you got 30 more days at the end to kind of maybe get your job back, get another job, figure something out, but you're not going to be fucked. And that's the best part about this is Mike, shout out to Smart Digital Payments. He bought you peace of mind for that
yeah.
amount of time that it will take to establish yourself outside of a 9 to 5, or at least give it a full on shot. And now you're never gonna have to look back when you're 80 and be like, I probably should have tried that art thing full time. I wonder how my life would have been. Now you at least get like that opportunity to give that thing a chance. And I'm happy I took mine. I was making $30 an hour, bro. My salary was stupid. All I did was like solder things to things, and like I'd make hundreds of dollars in like minutes. It was weird.
Awesome.
Like that money already was stupid to me because if I could take like a 5 cent processor and like 2 cents worth of solder, maybe $1 worth of electricity to heat it up, I could make hundreds of dollars in minutes. And my family thought I was crazy when I quit that job, bro. I had a career, and I was like, I get it, but like, I don't really like money. I don't need, like, we were talking earlier. I was like, as long as I have enough to eat for, like, the week, the month, whatever, I'm not really gonna stress that shit. Like, I don't like that being paranoid for the future because of money, and the fact that I figured out how to do it on my own without somebody else, taking a cut of it for no reason. Like, I could have been fixing phones from my house without. I didn't need nobody taking a cut of my labor, but I forgave. I like forgoed.
Forgove.
Yeah, forgove.
We have a word.
That is a weird word in a sentence mashup like this, but yeah, I gave that up, and I can't wait to see what you do if this is what you've been doing in spare time. After a full day's work, after working a full 40-hour work, like, bro, if this is the fucking art that you've been creating in spare time, boy, I can't wait for the full-time shit to hit the fan.
Dude, I have to like rush out the door every morning because like I'll like rush my shower and then like try to get like 30 minutes at a time for this little art piece or 30 minutes for this one, and then like
Right.
I'm going from like 6 a.m. to like 1 in the morning. I'm not sleeping. Like, and I'll get to actually get some rest now and like actually get more productivity and feel better.
You think this is gonna be like when like musicians stop doing drugs? Like, you think that you're like no longer gonna see that 9 to 5 starving art being created because you're just not starving 9 to 5 anymore?
Yeah, it's like a smart digital payments like AA program, but for artists, like artist ability program or something, like some sort of
artist appreciation.
Yeah, artist ableist, like some sort of like, or I don't know, just there's some kind of thing tie in there. He's given me essentially till between the stuff you gave me before from our collabs and then this one that we're doing, like.
Dude, we sold over what, like July 10 grand worth of NFTs now.
Yeah, so I've told July 8th on my rent. So that's plenty of time.
Did you hear that? Like, you and me, we sold $10,000 worth of art together.
Dude, it's so crazy because I've made more in the last 6 months doing art than I made the previous year. Like, it's nuts. So I don't even know what to think. Like, I kind of owe NFTs my life at this point. Like, I'm creating a new life for myself off of this.
This is what excites me about NFTs, and that's what excited me about Bitcoin when I first got into it, was the ability to not just be self-sovereign, but not just be your own bank, but be your own everything, be independent, and just evening the playing fields a lot in that sense. And I see that with NFTs and artists, visual art or audible art or the combination. Artists in general are moving into this, and we've seen it come in from the mainstream. Like, Justin Rollins from Rick and Morty came in and kind of like blew things up on the mainstream, and now they just won't stop coming. Like, he kind of opened the floodgates. And then we have artists like Blau, creating art and music NFTs, and even like crazy celebrity cash grabs like Soulja Boy. And I don't know how I feel about what was that? Dude, Lindsay Lohan? I'll tell you
something. That Soulja Boy one. So he keeps posting these things like, hey, creators, 3D artists, whatever, hit me up. Blah, blah,
I want free shit.
I've reached out through the appropriate channels even and gotten like very little response. Kind of like the one I got from his Twitter was just like, what's up? And I sent him some stuff.
Did you see somebody prank him in the DMs where they told him that they were like a high-end developer at PlayStation 5 and a lead developer for like Call of Duty or something, and he DM'd them sup, and
that's what he did. That's what he did to me, just like sup.
Right, but I can't remember the joke. Somebody said, "You got time for Ligama?" Oh yeah, that's what it was. You got time for Ligama? And he was like, Ligama, and he was like, Ligama balls.
Oh, he threw these nuts on him.
Dude, it was the best. Fuck Soulja Boy, bro. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's an innovator right there.
Right. I think he made that an NFT and sold it.
That's dope. You'd have to. You got to expose the fun side of this game. The fact that these big stars don't realize that we're all part of like classic internet culture. Like we've been here for a while in terms of like not trolling, but like kind of playfully screwing with people. Like we
Yeah.
know how to do it well. So
Yeah, we've been, you know, kind of raising the ranks of our own little community by toughening our own skin, and now we
yeah,
can use it as a weapon.
yeah, and people like with the Soldier Boy thing, like he's not trying to work with like if he
No, dude,
really
he
wanted to
literally
do
posted
something,
his public addresses and said, "Send me all this, you know, crypto," and then said, "Hey, buy my NFT and maybe I'll give it back to one of you." I was like, that is all respect lost, and I never had any to begin with.
he's he's not trying to get a good product out either. Like
Never has. Look it up.
he
Look
would
up
hit me
Soldier
up,
Boy
like,
console.
dude, it's crazy.
Did you ever
like
look into that? The
I know
Soldier Boy
people,
gaming console.
all that stuff's garbage in a way. Like it's nothing's high quality that they're putting out. It's all like, you know, like cheap imitation kind of like mass production stuff.
Right. I mean, I feel like they all, like, these celebrities all need money right now because they didn't buy Bitcoin, right? Like, none of them managed their money well, right? So they're
Yes.
the ones that are the most fucked. And, like, I saw the cash grabs and, hey, I need money 2.0. Like, you know, when a celebrity needed money, they do, like, a cameo on a shitty TV show or something or a movie, and you'd be like, why the fuck are you there? Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, obviously they need money. Like, that's why Nicolas Cage is doing 55 movies a year. I get it. He needs money.
Yeah, because he bought too many T-Rex skulls. And
Right.
now
Did you fucking see Cameo? You know, you can get Mr. Wonderful to promote your NFT for like $3,000 and he'll make a video. Mark Cuban will shout out your shitcoin for like $2,000. I'm like, this is fucking insanity, bro. But and this is all just the 2.0 version. Now, instead of Mark Cuban begging for money on Cameo, he's begging for money on Rarible.
Yeah, and they all like to act like they understand the system too, and we know that they're noobs. Like, there's no they're using a lot of these tactics that we can kind of spot a mile away.
Well,
But
talking
maybe
about
they're-
spotting tactics a mile away, bro. What's up? What are your thoughts? Like, seriously, unbiasedly, like, after, I don't know if you kind of got my 2 cents or not, but on the whole, like, Street Fighter credit card only type thing. Like, what's your thoughts
Right.
on that for real? Because I feel
So
like a
the
lot of
thing
people
is-
don't want to talk about that.
So your gripe was that to start, they're only allowing credit card payments, right?
Well, it's a little bit deeper. Like, so that creates a fucked secondary market situation where, first off, they're not making it as known. Actually, they're not mentioning it at all that it is credit card only, because it's technically not credit card only, because you can buy them on the secondary market with Wax. But I'm not buying them from Street Fighter or Capcom when I'm using Wax. The only way I can buy them on the secondary market with crypto is from somebody who used their credit card. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like, it creates this whole, I don't like it. It's just unethical in my opinion. As much as I love Wax and everything, I'm not gonna fucking jerk off something that I think is jerking fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, fuck you. And everyone's kind of mad at me in that little inner circle because they're like, oh, you should be like welcoming Capcom with open arms. I'm like, I would if they did it right. They're not doing it right. This is absolutely wrong in my opinion. I'm not going to change my opinion just so they like me and you like me. The fuck? We can have a difference of opinion and still like each other.
Yeah, I think that that's in a lot of ways a legitimate gripe. Kind of like what I hear you saying is that you're not impressed by essentially like a centralized entity being like the middleman of this.
Well, not even that. They're creating this inner... Dude, there's only 1,000 people in fucking Street Fighter's Telegram. That's it. 1,000
Okay.
people in your Capcom, your Street Fighter, 1,000 fucking people. Bro, I'm Ken Bozak. I started my Telegram like 3 months ago and I can beat that? That's weird, right? So I got weird vibes on that. And then I noticed that the smarter people, the more educated, the more veteran people of this space, they're aware of how this is going to work for them. They're going to buy these $10 packs or $50 packs on, you know, the drop with their credit card, and then they're going to immediately 2x it on Atomic Hub for Wax. And that's all. They're like, that's why they want to keep this as not, like, misinformation. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And that bothers me, that like the fact that like this inner circle of people that know, and like I posted something just yesterday in wax.io's Telegram that it's only available for credit cards, and at least 6 people immediately said, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, you could only buy it with a credit card. And then, people tried to chime in and say you could use crypto, and I explained to them exactly how that's going to work out. It's going, because it's a 24-hour sale on an infinite supply of packs, and the only way to get them is with credit card. There's so many people that are going to hit that buy button on Atomic Hub for a lot more than they could have just bought it for with a credit card. And that's the problem I have. Is that it's misinforming, they're misleading, and they're not going out of their way to educate their community or educate their end users about that. They just assume they know that all company launches are credit card only. Bro, you don't say that on the website at all whatsoever. It's one word. Add the word, only.
Yeah. I think also with bigger people like that, one thing that they need to focus on is creating an easier way for people to obtain wax. So that, I mean, it would behoove them to allow people to obtain the currency easier.
Well, that's another argument they tried to pull.
That's another thing. Like, they're saying, like, oh, it's hard to get, so we have to do it this way, I guess.
Right. Well, not just that, is they're saying, like, oh, well, if you bought it with wax, Capcom would just dump it. Well, I'm like, hey, wax.io, how about you accept the wax? You know what I mean? How about you accept it, and then you sell it back? Sell it back. Yeah. You don't have to dump it. You can just sell it back. Like, I don't know what you could do a giveaway. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do something where you could accept credit card and wax directly for the sale directly. There's smaller projects that have done that, like Blockchain Heroes or whatever, and it's like, if they can do it, these bigger ones can too. The fact that they don't want to touch crypto is bullshit, because every time you sell a Street Fighter NFT on the secondary market, Capcom gets 6% of that in wax. So they are touching wax. They are holding wax, and they didn't forego the secondary market commission fee on sales and say, all right, 0. We want nothing to do with this currency. No, they still want to take your slave money once they get you out there, because after 24 hours, the only people that could sell or whatever packs is no longer the company. They have made a community, like their own little Avon salesmen that are stuck in this weird little pyramid scheme of selling fucking infinite supply packs. Like,
everyone just wants a pink Cadillac, bro.
I get it, bro, but there's enough room in there for all the bodies, including yours, and that's what they're gonna stuff in the fucking trunk.
It's a big trunk. Yeah, I definitely understand why you'd be pissed off.
I'm mad for the people. Like, I'm not even mad for myself. I could give, you know what I mean? I'm good. I can figure it out. But it's just like, I'm just mad for the people I already know that are going to be like, oh, look, it's on Atomic Hub for $20. And I'm like, bro, you could have bought it for 10 with a credit card. And like, oh, I didn't see that because they didn't say anything about that. People are going to think that Atomic Hub is the only place to buy it, right? With their wax. And when they see the secondary market, that's what it is. It's not buying it from the store. You're buying it from a flea market.
Very true. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think
it's that inner circle thing, man. They know how to play that pump and dump thing with these NFTs, and I'm not just gonna fucking go along with it just so they like me. I could give a fuck less if they like me. I don't care.
You didn't really get here by doing things that, like, by trying to make people like you. You know what I mean? So I definitely see what you're saying. Like, it can't ever become about that. I feel like a lot of people in this space, they kind of want to get ahead by kissing ass and not just like you can kiss ass to people who you actually admire. Like, you don't have to just suck up to like the hand that's feeding you something, Yeah. You can begrudgingly take that offer. Like, there's nothing wrong with you saying, okay, I'll do it. But at the same time, it's not, if it doesn't feel good, it just doesn't feel good also.
That's the thing, is like, if I see something, if I feel something, I'm going to say something. And it ain't always going to be right, but it's going to be my thoughts. That's all. It's what I think. You don't have to, I'm not trying to convince anybody to agree with me. I'm just stating how I feel about a situation. If I think it's cold out and all my friends are sweating, I'm the asshole. This could be that situation. I'm just complaining though, and that's everyone's
but it's
entitled to their voice to complain. And then
that's
I
what
got banned for FUD in their community because I'm okay.
like that's the thing that bothers me is that you get banned for it for just kind of like they know what they're getting. Like they know that if you get pissed off, you're gonna say something. So like, why are they
Well, I
surprised?
just saw immediately multiple people in their community already weren't aware of this situation, and I was just like, yeah, this fueled my point. Like, there, if you're really not trying to let people know what's really up, that you're holding you're holding an ace in your sleeve, and I see that you're gonna play it to take advantage of people. Like, I don't care if you're my friend and we're at the same table. If you're cheating, bro, I'm gonna be like, you're cheating. Like we're at the same table, and you're gonna cheat. Like I don't think we can even be friends anymore.
Yeah, you got to call it out, and it's a lot of it's about just being scrupulous and
I don't
not.
care if it's Capcom, bro. I really don't. I don't care. Yo, look at Dead Mouse sales compared to Alien Worlds. Dead Mouse compared to Alien Worlds. Okay, bro, rest my case. It's all about the community.
And you
Street
just
Fighter is just here to take some cash and go about their fucking video game day bullshit.
and you just passed, dude, right? So it's like
I know. I passed Dead Mouse in sales on
we need to
Atomic
talk
Hub.
about that. We need to talk about that stuff
Dude,
more.
I'm pretty hyped right now, man, because I mean,
know.
I don't know why I didn't move, but guess who just got level 2 verified? Ya boy. I am as verified as Dead Mouse is on Atomic Hub now, and I passed Dead Mouse in sales.
So I mean, really, he should be asking like who himself is. Like he should be.
I
Like,
just
all right,
want to show people how to engage their communities properly with this. That's all.
yeah, and it's not that crazy because what you did is you built a community, and then you created an ecosystem within the community, and now people are participating in that to essentially add utility to the things that they bought within the community that was already creating a secondary market. So now they're getting you have secondary market plus staking.
Yeah, dude, the Our Planet thing is insane. So Smart Digital Payments, when they bought that Mint 1 of 1, it was
Yeah.
a legendary rarity, and I only have 2 legendary rarities in my entire collection on Atomic Hub. So he's, I think Mike is making 5,000 A Ether an hour on Our Planet staking that. After I just saw their element sell out in 2 minutes with only, I don't know, 800 people in their Telegram. That's what I'm saying. Like, only 800 people on Our Planet and they can sell out in 2 minutes. Like, that's community built, grassroots, guerrilla marketed, real shit. It's not overhyped. It's just that is like they didn't, and everyone say, oh, you didn't market. Like, I love. Today is the day. If you go to Our Planet's Telegram, you will see people complaining that they weren't shilled this enough, or they didn't get manipulated into FOMOing into this enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't feel like they were marketing enough. Well, they sold out without even having to do all that bullshit that overprices things out of the gate anyway, which
Yeah.
I think is good. You don't
Why
need
would
too
you
much
put it-
marketing. The community market itself.
Yeah, dude, people hate that shit, so you don't want to do it if they don't need it. Like, you don't want to be like shamelessly pumped something if you're gonna buy it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
it's like annoying. It's like a mosquito. Like, yeah, it's not gonna kill you.
Oh,
You don't-
dude, yeah, I want to tell people about this because this had nothing to do with our Mint 1 of 1. Like, first off, you have to quit your job. That was
I
a
know.
fucking, like, you
that was the
have
condition.
to.
You can't get the money.
Right. I still have the money, by the way, everybody. I still have all of the money. He cannot have it until he quits his job. That was the deal. He could forego the money and say, Ken, keep it. I'm keeping my job. I mean, he could definitely do that.
I should have that letter today, by the way.
Yeah, he's writing his 2 weeks notice. So
I'm working with like a real a friend of mine who writes for a newspaper that's like like a legit author also, like everything. So like we're gonna write up like a very fun and like legit letter that's gonna be like super well received by people that have always wanted to quit their jobs.
Yo,
But
you know
also-
what I immediately want you to do? I want you to take that letter and put it on like a t-shirt on Teespring and just sell the t-shirt for whatever the cheapest option is on whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably like $10 and you only make like 5 cents on every sale or something stupid. but
Yeah.
just sell that t-shirt's 2 weeks notice so people could wear that to work and their bosses could see their future version of the 2 weeks notice they're gonna put in.
That'd be dope. I could just leave like the name spot, like I so
We'll
and so.
call it 2 weeks Tuesday, and every Tuesday people could wear their 2 weeks notice to work so their bosses can see the inevitability of self-empowerment, self-sovereignty, and self-employment.
Yeah, I'm down, man. Uh, I'm gonna have that. I was thinking also just minting it on wax or Atomic Hub just to show, just maybe give them to people.
Right, right. No, and I always thought about doing it with the business cards, but I'm afraid of doing a thing that is infinite mintable because I'm working with our planet. I do want to kind of take my collection a little bit more seriously, but I do want to figure out a way to do something maybe non-transferable, non-burnable, one claim per wallet drop. And then I could turn that link into a QR code, put that on a business card, laminate it, and then when anybody wants my business card, I could have them scan that QR code on my card, which would take them to the Atomic Drops drop. They could create their Wax Cloud wallet, claim my business card, and now that could be their first NFT experience. And I used to do that with Ethereum years ago, and it became unaffordable very fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. At least like a lot of these things that they enable are actually also affordable. There's a lot of
Smart Digital Payments said live is the answer to passive wealth. He meant love, but I like the typo. It's funny.
Yeah, dude. I can't thank him enough. I felt
Me neither,
bad.
bro. Like he didn't. Oh, and that's the thing. I didn't mention what I wanted to say like 5 minutes ago. I fucking segue way too much.
Yeah, we're too excited,
dude. When he said he bought it and shit, like he was buying it and going through all of the trouble because wax is not easy to get. It's like it's not on Binance, so you know what I mean. It's really hard. And he was going through a lot of work himself. Like, you know, you said he worked a full day to get you out of ever having to do that again.
I know.
But he was like, Ken, you know, I'm buying this thing. I want Nathan to quit his job. And basically that's why he bought it. He was like, oh, I'm buying this so Nathan doesn't ever have to go back to the day job. And I'm like, he's like, I'm buying his freedom. And I was like, dude, this is amazing. Dude. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get a tattoo. So right here, I'm getting the Smart Digital Payments owl logo tattooed. And I'm hyped for it because it's a fucking beautiful piece of art. And yeah, and just something. I have a bunch of crypto tattoos all over. And like, it's just so I can remember these moments in my life. And this is one of those moments I want to remember forever is like, you know, Smart Digital Payments helped, you know, get somebody out of a 9-to-5 lifestyle with one NFT.
Shit, dude, I think I can make the time to come and get one with you, so that we both have his logo, and because I kind of wanted to remember this moment too. I mean, he made this possible,
right? This is like,
it'd be cool,
man.
Do a bro tattoo session. And just we'll do like a live broadcast together while we're getting tatted up or something.
Oh, I'm down because I've been talking to my artist about Bitcoin for like 5 years, and he still hasn't really gotten in, which is sad. I do, but he sells it or whatever, right? Like, so it's like he's not. Yeah, exactly. So I can't wait to make fun of him for that a little bit while because he's going to be making me bleed physically. I could jab at him emotionally.
people like. I know a lot of guys that come over from like the traditional trading world, like relatives of mine even, and they're not understanding the fact that like they're seeing this as a trading thing, and because in stocks everything moves kind of slower, and you got to trade it to feel like you're actually doing something.
Oh, the people that come in from there, they see 2% gains and they freak out and sell immediately. That's their life.
And I had to tell my uncle this because I got him. I was like, dude, just put $1,000 in Link. It was at like $15 or something. And which at the time was like super high for it. Like I probably would have gone more like 8 or 9, but like the point was the same. I wanted to prove to him that even buying high at the moment, like give it 3 months, you know, and of course, like now it's like near 30. So he's doubling his money and instead of making a few percent.
They'll get used to what it is they're getting used to true volatility rather than artificial volatility.
Yeah, like if you're on what is it, like E-Trade or like Robinhood, any of these stocks, and you see that little thing that says volatile, um, it's that's not real. Like that's not real volatility. They don't understand. Like, look at what Bitcoin did, and like it was at $3,000 like recently. Like that's
Yeah.
like if you look at like in terms of history, like if you would have said that like this thing in like a couple years could go from just like going up to this price, then down to almost nothing comparatively, and then like doubling the price before, like nobody would like really even believe you. Like you could describe that and be like, what am I talking about? And like tell the whole story and just leave it up to people to guess. And their only possible guess would be Bitcoin because it's so unique and crypto is so unique. Um, Investors are they're the ones getting dumped on right now.
Well,
Traditional.
this is why I think NFTs will save them. NFTs are more like to real estate investors
Yeah.
or, people that, buy bonds and CDs and shit. Like, those are the dudes that are looking at NFTs and are used to long term, holds with volatility in between. They already have like a 5 to 10 year thing. And that's what I look at, like, people getting into NFT spaces. These dudes aren't really day trading. They're year trading. It's pretty cool to see that they're planning for where these things are going and not just capitalizing on the 24-hour day trade, like, because there really aren't many markets to do that. That's not even really feasible. It's hard to kind of day trade NFTs, but to grab them early and grab some, like, our planet, elements, and just hold for a long period of time, it's a lot easier because it's easier to hold, a lot easier to hold, because it's not easy to like day trade on the markets. We don't have that really set up. It's more like Amazon and eBay than it is like Binance and Poloniex for right now.
Yeah, and people wish that they could just take their share of stock, stake that share, and then make more shares of it. Like that's something when I explain to people from traditional finance that try to tell me stuff, I'm like, get out of my face with your traditional finance stuff. Like, how about, do you know about this? Do you know about the fact that you can like print money for yourself in a lot of these protocols, like essentially the way the government does, except it's for you and you only. Like,
Yeah. What
that's
they're afraid of, though, is then they have to be the ones that it's
their
valued
response.
by, right? Well, it's also like what it's worth is what they're worth. And
Yeah,
if their currency isn't worth a lot, then their stock won't be worth a lot. And that's why, like, they just, yeah, I see that too, though. That's a weird game theory game that big brands are going to have to play with being their own banks and creating their own currencies, is
they're
that
afraid.
we will actually be able to declare what we think they are worth. And that is something that scares the fuck out of them.
Yeah, and the fact that they're going to have to take responsibility for their own actions. They have to be accountable for their own
Oh, yeah,
shit.
no more scapegoats.
Yeah, like they if some idiot at the company loses the private keys, like it's done. Like
Well,
I
that's
don't.
why, and you know what? Crypto Quandary just mentioned insurance NFTs.
Yes.
I do worry a lot about things like that, and like too many like things in that sense of like insurance or your driver's license, birth certificate being like tokenized, because people be stupid. It is what it is. You can't take out that garbage in, garbage out thing because people are the garbage men. Like, it's human intervention that fucks everything up when it comes to technology. So, like, I do worry, kind of earnestly about, insurance NFTs. And how they're going to have to go about this, and it will probably end up being something along the same lines as what Flow is doing with like the NBA Top Shots, and along the lines of like what Wax Cloudwall is doing, like logging in with Google. There will probably be a government issued NFT wallet, and you'll have non-transferable, non-burnable assets. And things to that aspect, you know what I mean? Like, it's
That's
going
what
to
I'm
be
waiting
very
for.
Black Mirror esque, but that's
Well,
because the route it would have to go in order to not be broken.
well, you see it. It's happened a lot in a lot of places of Asia, mainly China, where they've had essentially these wallets, and you'll have government airdrops of, the digital version of their currency,
Based on the
just kind of like
reputation
as an
scores.
experimental thing.
Yeah, that's based on a reputation score
Isn't that
system.
crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now like what we view as social currency, things that get you
But I mean, I
acceptance, are
get it.
actually going to
I'm
turn.
with the people that like to think the negative side, but for funsies, I like to debate them, and it always makes me go to like,
Yeah.
wouldn't this make the world a better place though if we were like based everything on reputation? Like I saw the episode of Black Mirror where like the girl was kind of a bitch at the airport and she didn't get to sit in first class anymore because she lost some like social score points, and then she was a bitch on the airplane, so she couldn't even get a taxi after that. And like the more of a bad person she was, the less of like, the experience of quality she was allowed to, and I'm just like, wait, wouldn't people just like not be assholes then? Even if it's fake, even if they have to, just isn't that a good thing to kind of like
Yes,
maybe make people be good people?
but it poses that one question, like who decides good and bad at that point? Like what's the who draws these like metaphorical lines in society that actually translate into physical ownership of property and currency? And like I think it would be a slippery slope, but it's also one of these things that ideally would be very nice if we could do it in the right way, kind of encourage each other to be
We'll
loving
just
to.
let the Vatican take control of it. They're on to something.
Yeah, they're super credible.
They're super credible.
They've always been known to do things for the right reasons, and yeah,
What crusades? I don't know what you're talking about. What witch hunts? I don't know what you're talking about.
never heard about it.
Yeah, no, that's what happens when you leave it up to the mass consensus, right? When you leave it up to like, group thought, and the that was sort of how, that society was a Dell then. And we kind of went more towards governments and away from governance because we mismanaged and misgoverned ourselves a little
Well,
bit.
and the winners always write the history, so depending on the truth is essentially subjective at
Dude,
that point.
nah, not anymore. I've been telling people every day, bro, tokenize your history or tokenize our history.
I'm trying to get people to like I'm kind of working on something like this. I can say it because everybody's doing it, where you essentially attach an oracle to like a minting platform that's attached to, like the news. So, but the oracle would take in all forms of information and then even have like governance to where you could vote that this event happened at this
Right.
time. Like, this is correct. And then once everybody, once it's approved, the same way like a Bitcoin transaction is approved by a certain amount of people, like or systems, then it's approved, it's put into the chain, and like boom, there's our historical event. This thing happened. We've all agreed that this happened. This is when.
Immutable history, bro.
Yes. And like this is
Well,
very
you know what's funny? I thought about that when I first came across Superworld. Because, like, what Harris is doing, I was like, bro, you know what's really crazy? You could take scans of this stuff and do things in that augmented reality way to where, like, I could actually go to New York City in 2020 in 10 years from now and experience what the city may have been like 10 years ago in a very surreal reality experience type way, and that's
it's
that's
like how
cool.
they say everything has a memory. There's like these theories in physics about how objects, even like things, have a memory and a past. There's even theories about how if you can kind of trace back when one thing moved and then when that thing moved, and how if you could accurately look backwards at everything, that you could basically predict where
This is why
everything.
collectibles are valuable, by the way.
That's a good point too.
Right.
But, like anything like that would be amazing. Like imagine like real life ghosts, essentially. Like
yeah.
you go to Times Square and be like, I wanted to be on New Year's in 1999 when everybody thought Y2K was about to happen. That's the
That's
I want.
wow.
And you go there and you like
Right,
chill.
the experience that we can do now is just go to YouTube, look for YouTube videos of that experience, but the future version of that is going to be a lot more of an augmented virtual experience where it's like I could either be there physically and like have on these glasses or just whip out my phone in Superworld and see 1999 moments instead of just like watching them. I can experience them.
And then you fast forward, you extrapolate that into kind of future technology where the world would eventually have to go, and you get something kind of like maybe like Minority Report, where you can like kind of flip through history in the past and even the future.
Oh, dude, people, it's cool. Like, all right, so I don't know if you have thought about this, and me putting it out there may be a weird thing and whatever, but you know how many like murders and kidnappings and like shit was solved from Google Earth images? Quite a bit. quite a bit. Like there was somebody like getting stuck up in the middle of like one of those Google drive-by things with the cameras. So there was like a robbery that was recorded, and they could get the culprit that way through Google Earth. There was a dead body that was found, and they went back and used different images to kind of figure out like what car was on the road at that time. That was, and like the cool thing about Superworld may be that could be used in that Minority Report kind of way, where if there is a thing, they could flip through the pages of like this augmented reality scan of the real world. That's why I love Sandbox and Decentraland and CryptoVoxels doing virtual worlds. But then again, you have Superworld doing this thing on top of the actual world. That there's a lot of applications that can be built on that.
Yeah, I want people to think of it like this: like if those were all like the cartoon version of something, like we're making the live action version, and it's going to be better. Like it's gonna be like real. Like that's the difference. Like a lot of it's gonna seem like way more real than it. You know, nothing is CryptoVox. So like I like it. I've had an art show in there. Like it's cool. But like I actually love it. Like it's awesome. All those platforms are cool. Decentraland's dope. All of them. Sandbox. Everything's cool. But it's not like true VR. You know, like it's not like you're not interacting with virtual reality.
What
like
they could though, right? They could partner with Superworld, and then you could drop your Sandbox land into the real world with Superworld, and now you could have CryptoVoxels, Decentraland, Sandbox all in your Superworld tower.
So, and that's why I'm excited. Like, imagine
the metaverse. The metaverse is coming.
Imagine that those are all like apps on your smartphone, and that we are the iPhone that you can do it all on.
Well, that's the thing. People aren't remember. I think it was called Zeus. I think it was called Zeus. But back in the day, it was a messenger for like MSN Messenger and AOL's AIM and a couple different chats. And you could put all of them into this one thing. So you didn't have to log into like 6 different chat apps on, you know, AOL and AIM and MSN, all this stuff, right? Like you could just go, I think it was called Zeus. And it would bring all these things together, sort of how Restream kind of brings like all these platforms together right now.
I see the problem again because I'm looking down here. I've got like Twitter, Telegram, Slack, WhatsApp, all these different things. You know, like it would be nice to have it all encompassed again in that way, just like you said with Restream.
Hey, if you guys are watching right now on YouTube and you're not already a subscriber, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. There should be a sound effect that you hear, and I want to see if you can hear it now, because I set it up, so if the sound goes off, it should, but I don't know until a new subscriber hits the subscribe button, so it could be you.
Damn, dude, I just got like a 3D modeling of something.
Dude. I can't wait for my stuff to come. Like, I have so much art dropping and so many collabs, and a lot of money just tweeted out that they're not doing any more commissions, and I'm like, bro, we got a collab in the summer. I'm so hype. I got a collab already finished. Just need the artist to get in touch with me again. I got another 2 collabs on the oven cooking. Should be all coming by the end of this month. All by the end of this month. I'm hype.
Yeah, dude, I think there's so many things coming down the pipe for you right now, and then when people see them, and then like, I don't think people expected your other collabs to come out so quickly after the one that we did, and you know we're about to airdrop something, a special gift.
Yes. So if you don't own one of these collabs by Nathan, I, and Sultan, go on over to nftforsale.com. The number 4, or you could spell it FOR.
Anyway, really, spell it any way you want.
I own it. So nftforsale.com, and you can pick up one of the collab NFTs that Nathan and I have done with Sultan, and you will get an airdrop of this next NFT, and they're the only people that will be getting this, and we're not selling it. It's not a thing out of like, oh, Ken's gonna flip or what. No, we want to give the people the chance that bought a collab NFT an opportunity to become their own little secondary market. The only way to get the pieces of art now from the people that I have worked with in a collab is to have already purchased one, and then every collab after that's an airdrop. And I wanted to incentivize that hodl mentality. I don't want people to really be flipping. I don't want people to be like, oh, it's an investment thing, but it's like, it's just it's like a great way to like support you, me, Sultan, NFTs, and get more stuff for it than just one thing. You know, it's like if you could do like a super chat once and maybe have like a couple extra super chat animations in the bag to throw out without having to pay for it. That's how I see the airdrops. It's just an extra like thank you on top of the big thank you, the original thank you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a lot of this is about love. Like a lot of my platform and things I do are built around love and trying to kind of spread good vibes to people because, like where I grew up and stuff, it wasn't that bad, but like you definitely had your fair share of negativity and family members I grew up being negative. And I'm trying to show everybody that with love and, exercising your true talents in life, you can actually start to get somewhere pretty quickly. And that's part of this airdrop thing as well, is letting people know that like, like how Uniswap rewarded people essentially that were like loyal and kind of believed in them. And then they got all this cool stuff later. Like that's kind of what we're doing with these collabs. Like if you were an early adopter of this stuff, you're getting paid, like you're getting paid back by things that essentially only have value on the secondary market. We're not selling them. These are going to be like, I don't know if we should like reveal the vision of it.
I don't want to hype it. That's the thing. I kind of just want it to be what it is, right?
It happened. People kind of
right.
Receive that.
It's exactly like I don't mind hyping other projects, but I do kind of have a weird thing about hyping myself and my own, and it just like it'll speak for itself. It usually does.
I don't show my own artwork to people. Like I think I started to do it to you like a little bit early on, and I just quit that shit because I feel like I'd rather like let other people promote me if they believe in me, and that's the best way for me to also see that people care. Is I'm not like asking them to do this or like, hey, can you buy my thing, and then they like pity me and buy it. Like we're genuinely putting it out there, and like we're like letting the chips fall where they may, and we're happening to have success. And it's good not to push that so much in terms of how you say not wanting to show yourself, because then you're not going to get like the natural reaction. You're not going to see the natural, like what you've actually created. It's so much cooler that you can see your community's response than having to inspire the response. Like you
exactly
naturally, like this is the fruit.
That's what got me pretty excited about Our Planet today. Like I didn't realize how like tight their little community was. And to see that natural growth of a project is like, that's like, fuck Street Fighter. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm good. Like, I like these smaller communities. They're the ones that I want to not just invest in with my wax, but also my time, my attention, and my love. And that's why, Blockchain Heroes, Alien Worlds, Bitcoin Origins, Cogs, Crypto Monkeys, Dingleberries, all these projects, like, they're the ones I want to support. Not, we saw what happens with Bratz, Garbage Pail Kids, like none of that name brand shit takes off here because they haven't taken the time to build the communities. What I think they're going to realize soon is that they're going to have to hire artists like you for the next fucking Street Fighter thing, or Mortal Kombat's going to need to hire an artist like you because they saw what happened when Street Fighter just hired some fucking Fiverr artists with no cred in the community of NFT art.
I will I'll make them some sick stuff, and honestly I think that a lot of them get it wrong. Like they're looking at it as like with the old school business mentality.
Dude, I don't even know who made the art for those NFTs on Street Fighter. They didn't give them any credit in the metadata. There's absolutely zero information about the name or contact info for the actual artist who created the Street Fighter NFT art. So
it's like if you have like say like some big record label is trying to push like some new rapper or rock star or something, right? Like the easiest way to do that if they're not well known is to get a producer that is. And people understand that like, all right, this was created by this, Dr. Dre. Like this is a rapper that I'd never heard of, but Dr. Dre did the beat and produces. It must be good. So I'm gonna listen to it, blah, blah, blah. Like that's what they don't realize with their collectibles. If they get people in the community that are already seen as like, like pillars or like just even like respectable artists and nothing else, like that's going to only add to their credibility and value on the secondary market. And it's kind of sad to see it just going that direction so quickly of just like big business. We're going to come in and just crap out this mass produced product with no thought put into the artistic side of it. And we're just going for money. Like that's the same thing that's wrong with everything else in the world. Like that's why we created a lot of this stuff to begin with.
Right. I've been to too many Bitcoin conferences that didn't accept Bitcoin for their tickets, and I just snuck the fuck in. Because I was like, I'm not going to buy your ticket then. I'll just sneak in, and I did it. And I don't know, man. It's like we have to take a stance individually. I don't want anybody to not buy Street Fighter if they're not with me on like how I feel. Like you don't feel how I feel on your own. Don't feel how I feel just to be like, oh, Ken likes me because I agree with him. Nah, just do you. I'm not gonna not like you because you bought Street Fighter shit. That's not how I roll. It's just I'm not buying it because I don't like them and I have morals and my ethics are keeping me from knowing that I could buy a $10 pack and sell it for $20 for wax on the secondary market because a whole bunch of people all around the world don't have the opportunity to pay the $10 price with their credit card. The only option they will have is that secondary market. So I'm not gonna just I don't like blood NFTs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. It is a lot about the art. Like that's the thing. A lot of these companies are coming into this forgetting the fact that like this was built by like small artists that outside of blockchain, nobody.
We will not be priced out of this.
How many amazingly talented and famous NFT artists do you know that if you told your family about, oh, this is like the most famous artist in my world, they'd be like, who?
2 Weeks Tuesday's catching on. Let's make it a hashtag. 2 Weeks Tuesday. Let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Hey, I'm gonna have like a nicely crafted 2 weeks notice too.
I know it's funny. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be way too overboard and bougie. I know it.
We have a professional writer writing it. Like
right, you have a ghost writer writing your 2 weeks notice.
I have a ghost writer.
How professional,
actual,
bro.
Like investigative, like reporter type / like a real journalist.
That is so great.
Doing my shit.
I love it. I do, man. This has been a lot of fun, bro. Shout out to Harris. Shout out to Super World. Dude, I had a lot of fun on the first episode of the Super World show. So I definitely encourage anybody that enjoyed this hour-long chaotic conversation that me and Nathan just had. If you enjoyed this for any reason, I 100% recommend going and checking out that Super World show episode 1. That was a lot of fun.
It was good. Ken reveals a few Vegas stories.
Wow, yeah, I opened up a little
so
bit.
fans of the show are gonna be excited to hear that. And it's mint number 1 of the podcast. So we're giving him his due. And I think it's important because, like the CEO of NFTs should get mint number 1, episode 1, etc. So what I want to do is another surprise for your fans is I will be minting that Three Amigos kind of promo poster for it and airdropping it to people that bought this as well. So they'll be getting 2 things. The one that
more airdrops, all the airdrops.
So while you can buy a, which ones are left in that? Obviously the whales.
I think there's only a few left of the nifty Bros, and we're more than half. I think we're at halfway sold out or something of the Bros. So. There's less than half altogether. That's all.
Yeah, the least expensive one is honestly my favorite in terms of like how it kind of like moves and looks and whatever.
The colors, I like the colors a lot too.
Yeah, it's different, and people need to know that that's gonna drop soon, and all these like things about getting like cool random stuff. Like we're gonna give you good stuff. It's not just gonna be like cheap stuff. So.
Oh wait. Did you hear that? Crypto Quandary just became a member. Congratulations, bro. Thank you very much. And I think the bong audio went off. So chat, let me know if you heard the sound effects. Because it took me a while to set up that audio. But every time somebody like subscribes or becomes a member, you should hear a bong. It worked this time. Yes.
Dope.
Yes. So yeah, you'll hear the bong rip when things happen now. I'm excited it worked. Shout out to Sound Genie and DD. DDR Freak. How goes it, Brobo? Thank you so much for being my Vim member subscriber. I got to send my Brobo this badge NFT for being my first. I got to get him a mint number 1 Vim supporter badge NFT. So DDR Freak FR33K on Vim.tv. You guys check him out after this. Every time man builds something idiot-proof, God builds a better idiot. Oh, fuck, that is a really good one.
That's amazing.
Yo, that is absolute.
That's a new tattoo for you.
Right? That's great.
Like,
All right, bros, as always, have a day.
Have a day.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.